All right, y'all. So yesterday I reacted to that whole theory of the poetic justice and Kendrick Lamar lining up Drake to basically diss himself. People saying he ghost wrote for Drake and this, that, and the third. Now, there are certain parts of it that seemed very fishy and crazy to me that I agree with. But for the most part, with the video that I watched, I kind of didn't agree with everything it was saying. There's other people who said, no, you got to check out these two other videos. And one of them is that hour-long video, which maybe I'll do a live about. But somebody sent me this video and said, no, screw, this person breaks it down better. Check this video out. So we are here. Poetic Justice. Did Kendrick plan this from the beginning? Hip hop always wins. Link in the pinned comment. Go grab it. Plus, make sure you check out my single, Document 80. And let's see if they can make me a believer here. More of a believer. Because there were certain things I went, what the hell? But let's go.
Read slow and you'll find gold mines in these lines. Sincerely, you're truly.
Yo, let's read between these bars. What goes around comes around. AKA.
By the way, let me shout out the page. I don't know what I'm doing. Underground XND or under GRXND Underground AT. You gotta pick one name, gang. It's YouTube. You gotta brand out a little better. But okay, let's go.
Hey, Poetic Justice. I want to go ahead and dispel a theory off the jump. Kendrick didn't write Drake's verse. Sorry if that bursted your bubble and shit.
You see what I'm saying here? Okay, so maybe I will say that first person I was listening to. When she was doing like the PS and she said it, Pac Shakur, I went, all right, maybe this is one of these people that's a little too deep into it. But this person, okay, so they're saying that they didn't write it.
He didn't write anything. It makes it even better though, because the dumbass damn dissed his help.
You figure out you're gonna need someone when you figure out it's all right here in the city and you don't run from where we come from.
Where we come from? Excuse me, good sir. By whom do you mean we?
Fast forward 2024, you got the same agenda. You run to Atlanta when you need a check balance.
All right, semantically, what goes around comes around. Poetic justice isn't exactly the same thing, but to put it a little more eloquently, here this is. In essence, what goes around comes around is a more general statement about cause and effect in interpersonal interactions, while poetic justice is a more specific.
I already like this video much better. With the showing, the way it's edited, first of all, shout out to you. You cooking good food. You're showing the rappers rapping the lyrics and you're kind of breaking down a little bit better. It's not just you like, I like this video better.
Specific literary concept focus on the satisfyingly appropriate and often ironic nature of those consequences. You could say that poetic justice is a specific type of what goes around comes around, where the consequences has a particular resonance with the initial action. Ultimately, within the song, women is this fool's downfall, which is why it's funny.
Save relations, I can tell, but I can never right my wrongs unless I write them down for real.
It's say communication, save relations, I can tell, but I can never write my wrongs unless I write them down for real. That's why there was a question in the theory of, oh, Kendrick wrote this shit. No, homie. But that's what makes that line ring a little bit different.
Okay, to me, that was one of the things that I didn't jump out and say Kendrick wrote it for him. You know what I mean? Like, and I know there's the easy thing to do is to make the video and go, oh my God, just believe everything. Kendrick ghost wrote. But that's not what I do. I give my real opinions no matter what y'all think about it. So he's saying he don't think Kendrick wrote it. He just thinks Drake is stupid, which I can go with also. But that was one thing that I was like, that is fishy with the write them down as what for real. And both of them said that. But okay, let's see.
In the theory of,
I could kind of believe this too.
Oh, Kendrick wrote this shit. No, homie. But that's what makes that line ring a little bit different. It's irony. It's poetic justice.
And it makes it, yeah, it actually makes it more poetic justice that he said it himself. If Kendrick wrote it or not, Kendrick wrote it, that would be poetic justice too. But him saying it makes it absolutely the most poetic justice. Because if it's Kendrick lining him up to say it, it's not as much, because it's like you tricked him into saying it. It's way better that he said it himself. That's ironically and poetic justice.
Within that, women is this fool's downfall. Right there, boom. Kendrick didn't even have to say he said it himself. And then stack on that shit, snowball everything after that. Let's get right to the shit that I think we can theorize.
I really hope you play this, cause oh girl, you test my patience.
I feel like y'all don't need love. You need somebody who could micromanage you, you know what I'm saying? Tell you right from wrong.
Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, that is what you see right in front of you. This is the 2020, thank you, the Opera vision. See all your bullshit ahead of time and not notice any of it. There's so much of that shit all over this verse. It's all projection. It literally tied in so that shit slime you out. It's the same shit, bro. He did the same shit.
You reached out. How did that happen? I sat down with Drake in Toronto a while back when I did my first show out there. He called me up and we had a few drinks. And he always said he was appreciative of my music. I always been a fan of his music.
We're going back to the night that they met, right? Look at these elevator shots. Do you remember them elevator shots in Luther? Now, I know I didn't cover this video, but there's a lot of little finite details that point in certain directions. Like when SZA was going into the dude's room, she was specifically going into room 6. That's another point.
I remember that from the battle. I absolutely agree that because I'll put it like this. During the battle and during the fallout and the aftermath of the battle, everything, to me, nothing was a reach. Because as an artist, I know if you're doing subliminals or you're doing things there, even if you're not trying to say, like if Kendrick goes, I'm not trying to reference Drake, and then you have SZA walk into the thing that says room 6, even if you weren't trying to have it, with the context of the moment, with the context of what's going on, you are speaking about him. Like, that's what I'm saying. You can't be in the middle of war with a nation, right? And then you put something about that nation's flag in it, and then you're like, we weren't talking about it. Well, you are. And I'm pretty sure Drake probably watched that and was like, man, why get off my... I guarantee you it was like that. So it's like, Kendrick is too smart. The director is too smart. They know what they're doing with that. Now, like, things separated from now, I don't know. I will still take anything that Kendrick does, that if it feels it's about Drake, I'm going to lean towards it is because what's been going on and how much Drake has referenced him without saying him, and Kendrick hasn't really done anything back yet. So it's like, I could completely see that in that moment. So
the elevator shots, though,
I believe
too similar. I mean, look at this shit. Different directors, different locations. Similar cinematography, though, when it comes to these elevator shots. Poetic Justice, Buried Alive. The cinematography style. Not to mention the model herself that's in this video. I know Nigeria is...
Hey, shout out to my Nigerian American singer. I didn't even know. Okay. Sister. I love you, man.
Not East African.
East African girl, you too busy fucking with your other man. I was trying to put you...
West African, nigga. Get it right, nigga. You know where we at. We bang the dubs, nigga. Even in Africa, we bang the dubs. Nigga, what are you talking about, nigga? West side is the best side, you goofy.
You want game, but you want a plane, take you in your mama.
Close enough, but not too far. You know what I mean? Like clues. Just little finite details here. Poetic Justice. That being his own downfall. This video, Luther was always a funny ass video to me. It's like, why? I understand the concept of love, but there's an overall arcing. There's something deeper about this hotel. Meeting in room number 6, the elevator. This woman can...
I do feel like we still haven't fully unpacked Luther as a culture. I feel like there's a lot of things they put in there. It's a very subliminal message video. There's a lot of things they put in there I think to this day we still have not uncovered, and we will maybe even understand later. Like, things are still going to happen that they're planning. Because what was that scene when he upped the blick? Like, what was that?
Meeting this woman, but it's like not really... There's something here, homie. And I feel like there's this greater arc. This whole little conspiracy shit I'm cooking right here. This is all one giant ass circle. It's all coming out.
Poetic Justice. You were so new to this life, but goddamn, you gotta adjust it. I mean, I write...
Poetic... Again, the statement, it writes itself. You were so new to this life, but goddamn, you gotta adjust it. Did you not, sir? What the fuck? Talk about a mirror.
God, what you doing that walk for? When I see that thing move, I just wish we would fight less and we would talk.
Does this motherfucker not understand what he is saying? The objectification, literally right into communication, is what we need to...
I like him too because he's a little funny too. It ain't kind of funny what it is. The other video I watched felt like I was watching one of those ancient alien history channels. And you can just like, yeah, I got some conspiracy theories, but it's gonna come back around. I like that.
Really right into communication is what we need to fucking work on. What are you doing, bro? You're not paying attention to what you're saying and how you're...
And that's why his point is that Drake actually put his own foot in his mouth, because Drake be saying stuff like this throughout all his music. You know what I mean? That's why he's pulling out Slime You Out and different things like that. And, you know, the joke could be, yeah, because Drake didn't write that either. And I'm going to laugh at it.
You're saying it. Good God. What you doing that walk for?
But I'm saying, obviously, Kendrick, even if you don't believe Drake wrote it, Kendrick didn't write all that other stuff for him. So I do tend to believe this theory more, where it's just Drake is self-projecting and stupid.
Look at that fat ass. Hey, we need to talk more. What the fuck? This go two ways. It's either genius that he wrote it in the sense that this is poetic justice because women are your downfall, or he just misstepped like a motherfucker.
Communication save relations, I can tell, but I can never write my wrongs unless I write them down for real.
What the fuck?
He didn't have to write the diss for him. He dissed himself. He doesn't even know it. It's poetic justice, irony. And the way Kendrick's verse opens.
Every time I write these words, they become a taboo. Making sure my punctuation curve, every letter here is true.
Every time I write these words, they become a taboo. Making sure my punctuation curve, every letter here is true. Can you hear the contrast between this and that big ass and that sundress? Ooh, there's a message being curved here. People ain't paying attention to him.
And it's crazy that Drake didn't catch that in real time. Whereas, like, you made yourself look so crazy. That's like a domino that helped Drake lose this battle, believe it or not. There's a lot of stuff that happened years before this battle that helped Drake lose this battle. When you position yourself as like the womanizer, like more of the like shallow, I don't care, I'm just here for the body thing. In certain songs it will work, right? Not on Poetic Justice, right? It's like you're making yourself the villain, and then Kendrick comes back and goes, hey, remember, I'm not a weird nigga. I'm not a villain.
I'm talking Poetic Justice. We're talking about irony. What goes around comes around, irony. And follow up though. If I told you that a flower bloomed in the dark room with you.
You need to hear this. Love is not just a verb, it's you looking in the mirror.
And Amigo, he also says that shit in this video, right after this cut right here. Another really interesting thing about this video, and she ends up dying.
Wait, what?
This cut right here. And Amigo, he also says that shit in this video, right after this cut right here. Another really interesting thing about this video, she ends up dying being with Kendrick. The missed call that she gets is from Drake, and that's his verse. There's a sneak diss here, y'all.
Boy, maybe call me crazy. We can both be insane. A fatal attraction is common, and what we have common is pain. I mean,
I got this shit spinning in my head, right? The whole room number 6 shit. The girl coming down to meet Kendrick. This shit. This video. The missed call from Drake and her dying with Kendrick. This is a loop. I'm like, damn, what if Kendrick took one of Drake's, you know what I mean? And just snatched him from her. And he's bitter as fuck, and that added to more of the bitterness. And that's like another layer that nobody knows about type of shit. What if could that be a possibility?
Like I also like that he's like positioning this as like, you can believe what you believe or believe what you not believe, but I'm not gonna lie, he sold me a lot more with the way that, because if you believe Kendrick wrote it, then it kind of becomes some Sizer Koze like Lex Luthor level 3D chess where you go like, I don't know. When you do like this, just be like, no, Drake is just an idiot. And then he shows in other examples of other songs where he says things that are kind of like when he's some Poetic Justice. You go, yeah, I see that. That makes a lot more of a sense.
Kendrick be out here snatching, you know what I mean?
pain, I mean, you need to hear this. Love is not just a verb, and I can see power steering.
My whole thing, I hate, when give people the expected, and I'm sure that's a soft song, people want me to be, lovey-dovey. I had other...
Show your romantic side instead.
Right.
I had other ideas. I just wanted to, do something a little bit different. Something that's still within the concept and reach, but just a little bit more of a thriller.
He said more of a thriller.
Oh, he cooked this. Oh, you cooked this. That clip is what sold me. That clip is what sold me. So I'm assuming Kendrick is talking about Poetic Justice, right? And he's saying that I'm sure people want it to just be a regular love song. I want it to be different. So he's telling you there is more to uncover. Look deep into the it's not just a regular love song. I hate giving you the regular stuff. So that's out of Kendrick's mouth saying, pay attention. Even if he's not talking about Poetic Justice, it's about Poetic Justice because it's a love song. It's that I hate doing that regular stuff. I'm going to give you an extra layer. It's something more of a thriller. And I go, oh, okay, I should have watched this video first.
It ends with them dying on top of each other and her having a missed call from his feature. What the fuck? Poetic Justice. Why is he calling her and he's with another chick in the bed while she dies with you? What the fuck? Where is that? Why is that story happening? Why are y'all?
I gotta react to Poetic Justice.
Oh, in a love triangle. Why is there a love triangle? That's what I'm trying to get to. The fucking love triangle.
I want that interference. It's coherent. I can hear it. That's your heartbeat. It either caught me or
I'm not suggesting anything beyond what I'm thinking. And I'm just saying, there's alluding to some shit. It might just be, getting caught up with some shit that you're not supposed to get caught up in, and But what is the overall? Why the aim of the video, as it was shot the way it was shot, including this specific feature, Poetic Justice, goes around, comes around, women being the downfall. I'm just trying to tie in all of these loops. You know what I mean? What do you think? Let me know what you think.
Read slow and you'll find gold mines in these lines.
I'm not gonna lie, that clip of Kendrick saying that, it was like. That was like the one, oh, snap. Okay, well, if you would have shown Kendrick saying, hey, it's deeper, then I go, okay, all these things, it makes it less of a I still don't believe a lot of them other ones. But this one, I believe. This one's way more believable.
Hey, you can
I
get
believe 100% of it?
You can get it. You can get it. Poetic Justice. A love song that's not really a love song. That's not really that soft of a love song. It's more of a fucking thriller. Who'd have thunk it? Drake probably thought, oh, it's just some typical love song shit. Let me just get my shit off. Meanwhile, this fool, Kendrick, is fucking calculating this fool's demise and shit. Leaving little breadcrumbs and shit, all plotting. Ridiculous, bro. This was the seed that planted the whole Luther tie-in. I feel like everything's looping back to the why this is going down, why this is starting, why the fuck we should be paying attention to this shit. What had happened? I don't know, man. There's something with that damn fuckers want me to break down that Luther video. Not symbolically though, talking about yin-yangs and shit. No, look at the turn of this camera. It's calculated at 33 degrees, which means that in the 33rd degree, it's just like, nah, bro.
Hey! Oh, I like this nigga. So he's basically making fun of, because I'm going to keep it tall. Let's be honest, bro. I don't like standing shit no matter who it is. I love this culture first. That's what I love. Some people with these theories, whether it's Drake or Kendrick, sometimes I listen to them or I see them on Twitter or I'll be like, do y'all really believe it? Like, you really believe, if you genuinely believe this, there's gotta be something like a little off here, right? Like, what? I know art is supposed to be interpreted by the interpreter, but some of y'all go, that P.S. Pac Shakur is when I said, yeah, this might not be the person.
Turn of this camera, it's calculated at 33 degrees, which means that in the 33rd degree, it's just like, nah, exactly. Bro, I'm going that crazy. Really? I'm just trying to look at little, all right, room number 6, like that type of shit. Oh, look at the jacket type of shit. Oh, look
exactly.
At
when there's open ones like room number 6, that's what I'm saying.
That's why we're in this one in this scene. Why is it color graded this way as opposed to black and white in this scene? What does that mean? Why is the elevator going down as opposed to going up and vice versa? Oh, yeah, the bokeh, why is the focus this way as opposed to that way? Cinematography, like those type of elements. There's different shit to say without leaving clues that are so obvious that they are clues, if that makes sense. You can tell stories through small little visual cues, not I Spy type of clue type shit. It's visual shit like that, like I was saying, color grading. Why is this color grading in this? Okay. I could do that if y'all are down with that shit.
Alright, so hey, I really like this video, and he showed his proof, he showed his work, where he got to it. Do I believe all of it? I don't know. All of it's for interpretation. I do believe coming out of this, Poetic Justice is a million times deeper than what we even thinking, and Kendrick was trying to let us know this the whole time. He bodied this by putting that Kendrick clip. So regardless if Kendrick wrote it or not, I don't know if I believe that, but it doesn't change anything. Drake, it's more poetic justice if Drake wrote that on his own, and that's just his body trying to confess. That's just his soul being like, we got to confess. This is too beautiful of a song for you to not just tell people you kind of crazy. So regardless, he was lying. Drake was lying. Damn.